Welcome to today's lesson on adaptations in organisms, where we will explore the various features that enable organisms to survive in their specific environments. In our lesson today, we will explore three main types of adaptations: structural, behavioural, and functional. We will learn what each of these adaptations involve and look at examples of them. So far, you have learned about core concepts of ecosystems, such as abiotic and biotic factors, competition, and interdependence. This sets the stage to allow us to understand the ways in which organisms are specially adapted to survive in these conditions and successfully compete for resources. Understanding the various adaptations organisms have explains how life can persist and flourish in diverse and often harsh environments. This insight is fundamental not only for biology, but also for fields such as conservation, where understanding adaptations can inform efforts to protect endangered species in their natural habitats. Let's get started. Organisms, including microorganisms, are adapted to survive in various environmental conditions. These adaptations can be divided into three broad categories: structural, behavioural, and functional. Each type of adaptation plays a crucial role in helping an organism survive and thrive in its particular habitat. Structural adaptations are physical features of an organism's body structure, such as shape or colour, that enhance its survival. For example, colouring. The Arctic fox, which has white fur. This is not just for aesthetics. The white fur acts as camouflage against the snow, helping the fox avoid predators and catch prey. Many male birds of paradise display bright colouring in order to attract a mate. Another example is animals living in cold climates have adaptations for heat retention. Whales, for example, have thick layers of blubber under their skin and a low surface area to volume ratio, which helps them conserve heat. In contrast, animals in hot climates need to lose heat efficiently. Camels, for instance, have a thin layer of fat and a large surface area to volume ratio to help them dissipate heat. Their long legs also elevate their bodies away from the hot ground. Behavioural adaptations are the ways in which organisms behave to survive in their environments. Here are some examples. Firstly, migration. Many birds, such as swallows, migrate to warmer climates during winter to escape cold conditions. This behavioural adaptation ensures they have access to adequate food and favourable living conditions year-round. Another example is nocturnal activity. Some desert animals, like certain rodents and reptiles, are nocturnal. They avoid the extreme daytime heat by being active during the cooler nights, thus conserving water and avoiding dehydration. Functional adaptations involve internal processes related to reproduction, metabolism, and other physiological functions. For example, to survive in arid environments, desert animals often produce minimal sweat and highly concentrated urine, conserving as much water as possible. For example, the kangaroo rat can live its life without drinking water, deriving moisture from its food and minimizing water loss through its excretory system. Certain animals, such as brown bears, hibernate in response to cold climates and food shortages during winter. During hibernation, their metabolic rate significantly decreases, which conserves energy and allows them to survive periods when food is scarce. Let's summarize the three main ways organisms are adapted to environmental conditions. In structural adaptation, physical features such as shape or color enhance organism survival. In behavioral adaptation, the organisms change the way they behave, and functional adaptation involves internal processes related to reproduction, metabolism, and other physiological functions. Each type of adaptation plays a crucial role in helping an organism survive and thrive in its particular habitat. Let's work through some questions to solidify our understanding of adaptations in organisms. Remember, adaptations can be structural, behavioural, or functional, and they enable organisms to survive in their environments. Camels have long eyelashes that help keep sand out of their eyes in desert environments. What type of adaptation is this? Pause here or have a go. Now let's go through the answer. The long eyelashes are a physical characteristic. Because the long eyelashes are a structural characteristic that helps camels in their environment, this is a structural adaptation. Let's work through another question. Describe a behavioural adaptation that helps penguins survive in their cold environment. Pause here or have a go. Now let's go through the answer. Penguins live in very cold and harsh environments. Penguins huddle together in large groups. By huddling together, they conserve body heat and protect each other from the cold. In today's lesson, we explored how organisms' adaptations enable them to survive in specific environments, focusing on structural, behavioural, and functional adaptations. Structural adaptations include physical features like polar bears' thick fur for cold climates and giraffes' long necks for reaching high leaves. Behavioural adaptations involve actions like birds migrating or animals playing dead to avoid predators. Functional adaptations are internal processes, metabolic rate slowing during hibernation, or humans increasing respiration during exertion. These adaptations are crucial for survival and competition within ecosystems. Understanding them highlights the interconnectedness of ecosystems and is essential for studying biodiversity, conservation, and environmental impacts.